Okay, so in this video, we're going to have a look at how to work out find the equation of a perpendicular and parallel line. But before we do that, I thought it would be good if we could go through some recap questions. So what two things do we need to work out the equation of a line? We must have y equals mx plus b. We must have m, the gradient. And we must have the y-intercept. Those are the two things we need to work out the equation of a line. So in question B, find the equation of a line with a gradient of minus 3/4 that passes through the point 1, 8. We have the gradient, but we don't have the y-intercept. So we have our formula y equals mx plus b. We label this x, label that y. Y is 8, m is minus 3/4. X is 1, and now we can work out our y-intercept. 8 equals minus 3/4 plus b. Therefore, b is equal to 8 plus 3/4, which is 35 over 4. Therefore, the equation of a line is y equals m, which is minus 3/4, x plus b, which is 35 over 4. Question C, find the equation of a line that passes through minus 5, 2 and minus 13, minus 6. Now, we don't have the gradient or the y-intercept, so we need to work out what the gradient is first. We know the equation is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's label this x1, y1, x2, y2. That gives us minus 6 minus 2 over minus 13 plus 5. Because minus 13 minus 5 is minus 13 plus 5. Which is minus 8 over 8, which is negative 1. Now that we've worked out the gradient, we can work out the y-intercept. Y equals mx plus b. Pick any one of these 2 points. I'll just pick that one. Y is 2. And we've just worked out is minus 1. And x is minus 5 plus b. 2 is equal to 5 plus b. So b is equal to minus 3. Therefore, the equation of a line is y equals m, which is minus 1, x plus b, which is minus 3. So let's have a look at how to find the equation of a parallel line. What do you notice about the gradients of these two parallel lines? Well, let's work out the gradient for each of them. I'm going to pick this point because it's on the corner of a square, and I'll pick this point as well. Now I form a right angle triangle. The rise is 2, the run is 3. Therefore the gradient is rise over run. And it's positive because it's sloping up. For line 2, I'm going to pick this one and this one. Okay, on the corner of the square, form a right angle triangle. Rise is 2, run is 3. M is rise over run, 2 over 3. So we notice that the gradients are the same. So if two lines are parallel, they have the same gradient. Let's have a look at an example. Find the equation of a line which is parallel to y equals 3x minus 1 and passes through 0, 4. Well, we know that they are parallel. Parallel means they have the same gradient. According to this line, the gradient is 3. Therefore, the gradient of the parallel line is also 3. So we set up our working, y equals mx plus b. Here's our x, here's our y, because it's going to pass through those 2 points. Y is 4, m is 3, x is 0, plus b. We can work out what our y-intercept is. 4 is equal to 0 plus b, which is b. b is equal to 4. Therefore, the equation of the line that's parallel to y equals 3x minus 1 is y is equal to m, which is 3, x, plus b, which is 4. That's what we've worked out. Okay, 3 because it's the same gradient, 4 is the y-intercept we just worked out. In question 2, find a line that's parallel to y equals minus 5 over 2x plus 2 and passes through the point 2 minus 7. I'm going to give you some time. Can I get you to pause the video to have a go with this question yourself? And when you're ready, you can continue the video and I'll go through the solution. Okay, because this is parallel, we know it's going to have the same gradient as this line. M will be minus 5 over 2. So y equals mx plus b. You know 2 is x, y is minus 7. Minus 7, therefore, is equal to m. We know it's the same, times x plus b. Minus 7 is therefore equal to minus 10 divided by 2 is minus 5, plus b. Therefore, b is equal to minus 7 plus 5, which is minus 2. Therefore, the equation of the line is y is equal to m minus 5 over 2, x plus b, which is minus 2. We're now going to have a look at how to find the equation of a perpendicular line. So what do you notice about the gradients of the two perpendicular lines? So let's work out the gradients for each of these. I'm going to pick this point here and this point here. Rise is 3, run is 1. So let's call that M1. The gradient of the first line is rise over run, which is 3. I'm going to pick 2 points on the blue line. I'll pick this one and this one. Rise is 1, run is 3. So M2 is equal to rise over run, except because it's sloping down, the gradient is negative. So what we can see is that if two lines are perpendicular, the gradients will actually multiply to minus 1, because 3 times minus 1/3 is minus 1. This means that the gradient of one line will be the negative reciprocal of the other line's gradient. In the following questions, M1, the gradient of a line, is provided. Find M2, the gradient of the other line, if the two lines are perpendicular. What is 5 as a fraction? It's 5 over 1. So M2 is a negative reciprocal. Because 5 is positive, the gradient of the other line will be negative, and we're just going to flip the fraction, 1 over 5. What is minus 3 as a fraction? It's minus 3 over 1. So M2, we're going to flip the fraction, and we're going to change the sign because it's negative, it's going to be positive. Question 3. Oops. Flip the fraction, change the sign. Question 4. Flip the fraction, change the sign. So you can see here, when we multiply this out, 5 times minus 1/5 will be minus 1. Minus 3 times 1/3 will be minus 1. 2 over 7 times minus 7 over 2 will be minus 1. Negative 4 over 3 times 3 over 4 will be minus 1. So all you have to do is flip the fraction and change the sign whenever we're dealing with perpendicular lines. So let's have a look at one example. Find the equation of a line which is perpendicular to the line y equals 2x minus 3 and passes through 0, 1. Remember, highlight the keywords. Here the keyword is perpendicular, which means the gradient will be the negative reciprocal of the one given to us in the question. Here, m1 is 2. Therefore, the gradient of the line that's perpendicular, flip the fraction, it's half, change the sign, negative half. So y is equal to mx plus b. Here's our x, here's our y. Y is 1, m is negative half, x is 0, plus b. 1 is therefore equal to b, or b is equal to 1. Therefore, the equation of the line is y is equal to m, negative half, x, plus b, which is 1. I've got an exam style question here that I would like you to have a go yourselves, and we'll go through it in the next class. For homework, or for the rest of this lesson, can I get you to continue working on exercise 4i, question 1 to 8, and it's due on Wednesday next week. And that's it for this video.